I mean, are you? You Mario? Oh boy. Here. Hello, Takesha Parkinson. It's just the two of us. Let's see if anybody will join. Hanging around. Hello, Mario. Testing. All right. Let's make much of who is here. Takesha, Mario, and Chanel. Let's go back into the chat here. So guys, what are we going to start talking about? Oh, I set it for 9 p.m. You know what happened, Takesha? The time zone on the thing was set at something named GMT. Never know what that Greenwich Meridian time, I think. And I was trying to find how to change it, but I couldn't find anything. So what I did was I used the countdown thing and then try and calculate the time. So do you guys think we should reconvene at 9? We can go and chill then. Mario, you don't have nothing to do, you know? It just moved from 4 to 3. Okay, I'm leaving. No, don't leave. I'm just saying. Daylight saving time ends today. I noticed when I went on there, it said like 52 minutes. I'm never sure if that means left or late. But thinking about it now, it must have been left because, yeah, I just never know. Maybe I set it early. So, blowing up the internet, Mark. Oh gosh, Mario. Maybe I should try back at 9. Let me see. Uh-oh. I'm just going to try opening the link and see what's happening. Live. Can you hear me clearly though? Okay. I'm just gonna check on the link. Uh-oh. No, just seen myself. Oh yeah, here is it too. Alright guys, I don't want to waste no time. Thank you. I'm going to come back at 9. Hi. We have someone here. Hi, Abdaya. I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't like to pronounce names wrong. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Kelisha. So, guys, I was explaining to the few others that are here that there was an issue with the time zones. And so I think the stream was set for 9 p.m. Eastern time. But there was some mix-up, so I was wondering if I should stay around or I should leave. But since persons are joining, thank you. I did 2 cornrows or 2 twist rows. Twist it down, flat the end, tie it up with some mousse, and I just took it down. Abdaya, I have problem with my hair. What's your problem with your hair? Thank you, Abdaya. So I just gave it a tip as to what I did. That's what I did. And hopefully tomorrow I can wash my hair. Mousse and scarf. What do you think of PRP? What's PRP? What's PRP, Miriam? Plasma? Plasma for what? For hair? Hair plasma. Oh, I've never heard of that before. I never know that people use plasma for hair. Do you know how they get that plasma? Because plasma is supposed to be a component of blood. So like, tell us about that, Miriam. How does that work? Like, what does it? What kind of form does it come in? Is it something that let me look it up and see if I can find something in the meantime. Hair plasma. PRP for hair loss. Healthline is a reliable source. PRP means platelet-rich plasma. For hair loss is a 3-step medical treatment in which a person's blood is drawn, processed, and then injected into the scalp. Some in the medical community think that PRP injections trigger natural hair growth and maintain it by increasing blood supply to the hair follicle and increasing the thickness of the hair shaft. Wow. Today you have already taught me something that I need to go and read about. So since I really don't know anything about it, Miriam, I really don't even know what to say, but is it something that you are looking into for yourself? Because to be honest, the title here is hair and scalp. Okay, you're looking into it. Hair and scalp health. And I'm kind of happy that you raised that concern first. Maria says it's hair transplantation is a surgical technique that removes hair follicles from one part of the body. All right, I guess we have to. What recommendations do you have for persons with fine hair? Okay, let me just finish or say something about Miriam before I'll go to the other question. Thank you for your question, guys. So encouraging. So the from my knowledge of plasma, and as Healthline clearly says, it is a component of blood, and we know that blood is life basically, and so we can reason why somebody would consider it for hair. It would have been very high in all the nutrients and components that the body needs. But I am no expert at all in anything like that. So I presume that the knowing about PRP would be maybe through a dermatologist or some specialist that checked your hair or your scalp out, and they determined that you need some medical intervention. So I mean, if that's what they are proposing, I would presume, since it's a surgery, they have already ruled out other options. You can tell me, Miriam, whether or not that's so, if you feel comfortable sharing. But as I said, I've never heard about it, but I know that they use plasma in general for a lot of health treatments. No, Julianne, you're not late. I am early. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so they use plasma for a lot of health treatments. So how did you find out about it, Miriam, if you don't mind sharing? Is it through a health professional or just something that you've been researching on your own? Drop us some comments, because I noticed you said I'm thinking about having it. So how were you introduced to this platelet-rich plasma? Tell us a little bit more so we can talk about that. In the meantime, hey, Pedro Lee. Kelisha says, what recommendations do you have for persons with very fine hair? I have very fine hair. First of all, hopefully the persons here, let me get comfortable since we're just casually talking. You should know that hair can be classified as fine, medium, and coarse, which refers to the individual strands of hair. So one single strand of hair on your head is considered fine if the width, so you have different size widths. So you might have a smaller width would be fine, a little bigger width would be medium, and then a larger width would be coarse. So somebody who has fine hair doesn't necessarily mean that they have, sorry guys, we're in the tropics, you'll see mosquitoes and other things, creepy crawlies. So a person who has fine hair would have the smallest diameter hair, not necessarily that their hair is thin. So if you have fine hair and you are natural, you might deal with it, well, you are going to deal with it different from if you're relaxed and you have fine hair. Kalisha, are you natural or relaxed? Oh. Maria says, I'm appointing myself co-host. Thank you. Thank you for researching PRP therapy for us. PRP is platelet-rich plasma therapy. And someone asked, what are my thoughts on that? And I've never heard of it before, so we were just getting some information about what it is. It's for hair loss. It's a medical treatment. So some more information about PRP. It's not a cure for conditions. Maria said it's not a cure for conditions that cause hair loss. For this reason, a person would need to receive multiple PRP treatments over time to maintain hair growth results. Thank you for sharing. What's your source, Maria? What's your source for that information? Because sometimes sources can give varying information that may or may not be 100%. So what's your source for that information? Abdaya, are you still there? Oh, Kalisha says she is a newly relaxed. All right. So you are newly relaxed and you have fine hair. Sounds like we are a match. I'm not newly relaxed, but relaxed and fine hair. With both fine and thin hair. Okay, okay. All right, well, I'll just tell you what has been working for me and hopefully it can help you too. So for starters, if you have fine hair and you're relaxed, you want to make sure that you are using a mild relaxer. Hi, Shazzy Bazzy. I don't know if PRP is done in Jamaica. Earlier, Miriam asked about it and I didn't know what it was, so we were really talking about it, getting some information. So I don't know if it's done in Jamaica. I've never heard about it. So Kelisha had asked about caring for fine hair, and she's newly relaxed. So I was saying that I am relaxed and I have fine hair, so I would tell her my things that have been working for me. So first thing first, you want to make sure you're using a mild relaxer. In Jamaica, depending on where you are, Kelisha, in Jamaica, I noticed that there are not too many mild relaxers. There's normal strength and super strength, but mild, I've only seen mild like once in Kingston. So I guess Kingston probably has more, now I don't want to say accessibility, but they probably have a wider variety. Not saying that other parishes don't, but I've only seen mild relaxers once. For me though, because I have fine hair and I've never seen my relaxers, I usually mix my relaxers with something else. So it could be an oil, it could be conditioner, it could be a butter like shea butter or cocoa butter or something. My personal favorite is shea butter mixed with like olive oil. So I put olive oil in the shea butter, mix it out, and put it in my relaxer. And that's how I would get my relaxer to be mild. Of course, it would be best if you could get it pre-mixed, unless you want to boost up the relaxer by adding those oils. So the first thing would be to get a mild relaxer. The second thing would be to make sure you're leaving the relaxer on for the appropriate time. If you have fine hair and you're using mild, maybe about 20 minutes. If you have fine hair and you're using regular or normal strength, maybe about 15 minutes. But it depends on your hair and the different textures that you might have throughout your head. Because like for me, I relax my hair in two halves. Half is two. I relax my hair in front and I relax the back. Yeah, so the coarser parts of my hair are like the side. The middle is really fine. The edges are really fine, like extra fine. So yeah, the second tip would be to leave the relaxer on for the appropriate time, depending on, the different textures in your hair or the fineness of your hair. And then the other steps being relaxed would just be a matter of maintaining your hair until relaxer day again. I would say, as a lot of persons say, you need to maintain a good moisture protein balance, which is basically knowing when your hair needs protein, knowing when your hair needs moisture, and alternating or feeding your hair those as it needs it. So everybody's hair is different. Climate changes or climate differences can impact, what your hair needs or how often you might need to use proteins or moisture. Someone in Jamaica might need more water-based products and someone in maybe like Canada or the US might need more glycerin based products to pull out the moisture from the air into their hair on their head, versus somebody else might need, just direct spritz in their hair with water. So yeah, maintaining a good. Kelisha says, I'm not living in Jamaica, so I do have access to my relaxers. Okay, awesome. One that comes to mind readily is, oh, Shazzy says she's not hearing sound nor seeing any movement. Is anybody else not hearing or seeing any movement? I'm moving. Are you seeing me moving? Sounds like it's you alone. You alone who? All right. Are you hearing me? Yes or no? Yes, we are. Okay. Hi, Nikki. Anybody else hearing me? Yes, yes, yes. Shazzy Bazzy. I don't know if it's our internet connection, but others are hearing me. So yeah, check it out. Right. So for those who just entered, I'll let you know that we're talking about fine hair and just caring for fine relaxed hair right now. Some of these tips might be useful if you have fine natural hair. Judy Ann Thompson asks, oh wait, Takesha asks, what would you suggest for breakage on the edges, how to help prevent it, and what to help it grow back? And Judy Ann asks, is kiddies relaxers considered mild for adults? Just for me. Okay, so I'm gonna try and tie those in with the same answer from Kelisha. So, Julian, yes, you can consider a kiddies relaxer to be mild. But the thing about it is, some sources say that kiddies relaxers are actually harsher than adult relaxers. It sounds a bit odd or unbelievable, but I've read stuff that say that because kiddies relaxers are no lie relaxers, and no lie relaxers are more drying to the hair, and so it can be considered harsher on the hair. So while it not going to burn like a lie relaxer that adults use, it can be harsher to the hair. So not necessarily saying that kids relaxer equal mild, because you do have adult relaxers that have the same ingredients as kid relaxers, and they are potentially milder than a kid's relaxer according to information online. So but some relaxers actually say mild. One of them is the Hawaiian Silky. That relaxer is in mild. Recently I saw it in Lily's Beauty Barn in Kingston. Lily's Beauty Barn is by Savannah Plaza, in Savannah Plaza. And they had it in mild. And so I asked them if they've always had this in mild, because I've been there several times looking for relaxers and I've never seen it. And they said, yes, they've always had it. It's just that sometimes if they don't have it, it's because the supplier doesn't have any, but they do have it. So a lot of people use Hawaiian Silky on like Facebook groups and so on. I've never really seen anyone like record a YouTube video and so they're using Hawaiian Silky, but people use it and they get excellent results, and especially because it's mild and it's light, it just does a better job at making sure that you're not damaging your hair. Because if you have fine hair, you want to make sure that you are doing your best to protect your strands, especially if you're thinking about getting a relaxer. So yeah, so Kelisha, that's some of the tips. So mild relaxer, correct processing time, doing your best to maintain your hair during the relaxer stretch period. And I have fine hair, and I think that minimizing brushing helps a lot in saving the strands on my head. There was a time where I used to brush my hair a lot. Like I use a paddle brush, which is like the brush that has the bristles, but on the top of the bristle it has like a little round, what do you call that, bulb or something. So I would use that a lot, and I noticed that it cause unnecessary breakage. You know, using your fingers and detangling your hair. If you bump up on a, what do you call that, tangle, you just gently, you know, that works out better than raking a brush or raking a comb. Sometimes too much sleeking off the edges. Let's get into that one. Takisha asked about the edges. um oh, I wish I had what I'm looking for. I'm going to tell you what has worked for me with regards to edges. Let me see what Nikki said before I answer that, because maybe I can just tie it into one. Nikki says, question, my issue is my scalp is tender, but my hair is thick. So when I use no lie hair cream, I don't get no burn, but my hair doesn't process. All right, let me see if I understand. See, you said that your scalp is tender, but my hair is thick. All right, so tender scalp, sensitive scalp, but hair is thick. When I use a no-lie hair cream, I don't get burned, all right? But my hair doesn't process. Oh, you know what, Nikki? That sounds like, again, guys, I'm no professional here. I'm just telling you what I think. That sounds to me like it's a porosity thing where your scalp is sent, because remember that the relaxer burning, it's not really something that should be happening. So your relaxer burning doesn't tell you that your hair is finished processing, nor does it's not burning mean that your hair is not processed. So just have it in your mind that relaxers are not supposed to burn. Would that be lie or no lie? Just have it in your head that relaxers are not supposed to burn. When they start burning, something has gone wrong. Obviously, maybe you scratch your scalp or you just have a sensitive scalp, meaning you're different, you're unique in that sense, the sensitivity. So have it in your mind that it's not normal for a relaxer to burn. So then if your scalp is not burning, good. But if your hair doesn't process, it just simply means that your hair didn't process. It doesn't have to be burning. So just get it out of your head that a relaxer should burn. So based on what Nikki is saying, her hair is thick, she has a sensitive scalp, and her hair is more resistant, which can be as a result of porosity. So porosity is basically, when you think of porosity, you can think about like pores. So, you know, you have something, what can I think about? Like I have a strainer. And you have a strainer that might have big holes or small holes. So the strainer with the bigger holes in it's more porous than a strainer with the tighter holes, because the water can't go through the strainer as easily. Think of porosity like that. So your hair, though, obviously is not a strainer, and things don't just run through your hair like that. So think about that as porosity, meaning holes in it. But the holes are the cuticles of your hair. So each hair strand, you have a strand of hair, it has a layer, outside layer, which is called the cuticle. And a cuticle can move. So you have your hair, the physical strand of hair, and on that hair it has different layers. You have the outside layer, then you have an inner layer, and then you have another layer inside. The outside layer is the cuticle layer, and that layer can move. It can be raised, it can be laid flat, like tight, and that basically is called the porosity of your hair. Depending on how raised or how flat or how tight the cuticles lay, that's porosity. So you have high porosity, which means the cuticles are raised high. You have low porosity, which means they're closed tight, and you have normal, which means they're just where you're supposed to be. If you're using a relaxer and your scalp is not burning, but you leave it on and your hair is not processed, that can indicate that you have low porosity, meaning that the cuticles are tightly closed, and so the relaxer is not able to penetrate the hair to go in, break up the proteins, and straighten it. because naturally hair repels things. Your hair wasn't made to just absorb everything around it. So normal to low porosity, it's natural. Natural hair comes like that. Relaxed hair can be like that after you process it. So if your hair is not processing when you're applying the relaxer to it, that means that more than likely, if the relaxer is working, because sometimes the relaxer might not be working for you, the formula might not be working for you. So yeah, so that's the problem. More than likely, the porosity. I have high porosity here. That's why my hair processes super fast. So it's fine and porosity is high. If I spray some water on my hair right now, by the time I turn around, my hair is soaked with water. So I have really high porosity here. So yes, Nikki, that sounds like it's a porosity thing. Let's see what else is happening here in the chat. Right, so Kelly just says she's not living in Jamaica, so I have access to my relaxer. So I was saying that the Hawaiian Silky comes in mild. I'm in Jamaica, so I don't know where to tell you exactly. I believe I see some ladies buy it at a place called Ensley Beauty. I'm going to type it in the chat. ENSLEY Beauty Supply. I don't think they have free shipping for like a single relaxer, but that's somewhere I know that that people buy Hawaiian Silky in mild. And always try and get relaxers from reliable sources, meaning like sources where they actually use it up fast, because some relaxers do come with an expiration date on them, like the ORS relaxer. Not necessarily, well, some ORS relaxers come with an expiration date, some don't. I don't know why that is. And some maybe they should not be sitting on the shelf for such a long time that they might not be effective. So be mindful of where you're buying it from. Not bashing Amazon or anything, but I wouldn't buy a relaxer for myself on Amazon just because Amazon is Amazon has individual sellers, so I don't know how long that seller has that relaxer in their warehouse. So I would prefer to go to a beauty supply store and take one from around the back. Around the back, because they put the older things at the front and the newer things at the back. So I would go to a beauty supply store and take that relaxer off the back of the shelf. And yeah, or you can check the expiration date and see if it has one. Because like recently I went to buy a relaxer, and I usually buy the tub of relaxer, and somebody had said that to check the expiration date. Somebody online had said to check the expiration date for the ORS relaxers. So I was mindful that let me check this date before, because I'm buying a tub. The one I have, the ORS tub that I have, does not have an expiration date, but this person had one which had an expiration date, and I was like, what? So anyways, I checked. I was not buying ORS, by the way. I was buying a different brand because I'm switching relaxer brands. So I checked, and behold that the brand was Avalon, and Avalon has like a firm conditioning and a firm fiber guard, and the fiber guard had an expiration date, and it was a date where I wouldn't, if I bought that for that date, say it expire August 2021 and I'm buying a big tub, I'm not going to finish at August 2021, so that wouldn't work for me. So be sure to check the expiration date, to be sure you know where you're getting it from. Because those things, if the relaxer is not effective, then it's just sitting on your hair. If it's a no-lie relaxer, make sure you're mixing the activator with the base, because it's not going to work unless you're doing that. All right, let's see what else is here. I need to answer Takesha's question about the edges, but let me just see what else is here to make sure. So that's what I have used. Kalisha says, that's what I've used, Hawaiian Silky. The first time I relaxed my hair a few weeks ago, and as the name said, silky. That's what I achieved, and today my hair is still looking silky. I wish I saw Hawaiian Silky before I went and bought my new tub of relaxer, because that's the one I was looking for, and they didn't have it. So that's why when I asked the lady in the beauty supply store, you always have this? She said yes. I was like, no. But anyways, she said she always have it if the supplier brings it. So Yeah, so I guess I have to wait maybe a year or so before I can buy Hawaiian Silky. So enjoy Hawaiian Silky, Kelisha, for me and you. All right, so how often should we be relaxing every month? All right, before I go on the how often we should relax, let's answer Takesha's question. So Takesha was asking earlier. Julian Thompson, let me know if I answered your question well enough, or if you have any more questions about that mild relaxer. And Miriam, if you're still there and you want to tell us a little bit more about the PRP treatment, please let us know. All right, so Takesha's question was, what would you suggest for breakage on the edges? How to help prevent it, and what to help it grow back? All right, so I can only speak from experience since I'm not a professional. I'll always tell you what has worked for me, and you can decipher it if it's something that will work for you. So, you want to see my edges? Let me show you my edges. So I'm about this week will make about 7 weeks since I last did my relaxer. So maybe in about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe in about a month I'll relax my hair again. So this is what my edges are looking like. So this is it. So if your edges are looking like this, let's get the shortest part. Right here. You can see. Let's even get here. That's what my edges is looking like. So clearly I don't have the best edges, but they're not bald. And I'll tell you what has worked for me. So for starters, always going back to the relaxer, because these persons that are asking these questions are relaxed. So always going back to the relaxers as the starting point. If you are having issues with your edges, you need to make sure that you are not over processing your edges, because that's the first and main way in which they're going to break off. Because imagine this, your edges are always being exposed to the elements. Whenever you go and bathe, whenever you're brushing your hair, everything, your edges. Whenever you're sleeping, it's your edges. So imagine that being over processed and overworked. It's going to break off. It has to break off, especially if it's over processed. So you can do little things like making sure you're relaxing your edges last. And this might or might not be a thing for some people, because some people love when their edges are sleek. I used to love that, but my edges don't love it. So I just start to lay back from all that sleekness. But you know it is when you finally get the nice fresh relaxer, especially if you have like a 4C hair texture and you get that relaxer. Oh my. You just want to just sleek up everything, that sleek ponytail, every sleek look wearing at that time. So it's a desirable look. And you might be overworking your edges again to get that sleek look when you don't have a fresh relaxer. So maybe you're like me, you're 7 weeks post relaxer, and the little hairs that you don't really want to show are showing. Maybe they are type 4 texture, and you want your hair to look well kept. So you gel it down, you brush it up and all of that. That won't work, especially if you have fragile edges. Some people, and I know you've all seen those people have a full hairline, Somebody please tell me, comment if you know somebody like that. Do you know that person? What Kelly said. Kelisha said the sellers are up to date on that trick. Some are now putting all the items at the back. Oh, well, thank you for mentioning that. I guess that is definitely with regards to me saying that I reach for the relaxer from the back of the shelf. So yes, guys, Kelisha mentioned something important. Don't just take the relaxer from the Hi Steven. Don't just take the relaxer from the back of the shelf and presume that it's the fresh batch because they're up to date with that. Where was I? Oh, I was saying to you, if you know anybody who has a full hairline, they're relaxed or they're natural and they have a full hairline. I know some people like that. Some of them might have like maybe a looser texture here. Some people have 4C here and they have a full hairline, and those people can get away with anything. And those people, Takisha says, I normally use. Hi, Akisa. Takisha says I normally use castor oil and peppermint oil when I was natural and it helped then. I think I'm 3C and 4A and I always catch my hair in one. Well, yeah, that's another thing, because if you're always sleeking up your hair or sleeking your hair towards the back and you're catching it up tight, maybe that can be it. But again, as I said, I'll tell you what has been working for me. So for starters, the relaxing your hair loss has definitely helped me in terms of I work the relaxer towards my edges and then I put it on. And if it's not every relaxer, you can do it every other relaxer. So maybe this time you relax it a little bit. And the following time, when it has grown out a little, then you can put some more relaxer on that. But not every time, you need your hair to be so sleek at the front. That's if you want the edges to stay around, right? Second thing that has helped me now, because we're finished with the relaxer, and now talking about maintenance work. I also use castor oil, but I use castor oil in general. I just love castor oil, but I usually mix my castor oil with other oils, because if you are a user of pure castor oil, you'll know that it can be a bit sticky. Castor oil isn't the oiliest, or I should say greasiest oil, but it can be sticky. So I would mix my oil with like jojoba oil or what's the other one? Olive oil, something to just lighten the castor oil a little. But what I've been doing lately a lot is that I generally don't use like a shower cap to, when I'm showering. I would just probably use like a scarf, or sometimes I don't use anything. Let's use just go on the shower. Yeah, Nikisha said Jamaican black castor oil is good also. Yeah, a lot of people love Jamaican black castor oil. Honestly, I don't use Jamaican black castor oil. I don't like the smell. I'll talk about that a little bit more. But let me just finish this little one. So, yeah. So after I shower, the water might splash up. You wash your face, and so the water might splash up on your hair or on your nape. I don't necessarily moisturize my hair every night. I would generally like moisturize my hair when I'm combing it. But at night, I have been deliberately moisturizing my edges and my nape. So after I finish showering and get dressed and so on, I would apply a little moisturizer on the tips of my fingers, and just, go on with it at the edges, to the next side on the edges. And then I would just put a little bit of oil on my fingers and just seal it in. And I'll do the same thing with the back. And then I put on my scarf. Because you know that if you are not sleeping on a satin or silk pillow, I am not, you need to be protecting your edges with either a satin or silk scarf or satin or silk bonnet, whichever works for you. I use the scarf just because sometimes the bonnets they can either get stretched out easily or they just come off easily, or the style that I'm trying to preserve for the next morning might not be ideal for using under the bonnet. Some people use both because they might be a ninja. They might be a ninja sleeper. So they might put on the scarf first, put on the bonnet next. Some use the satin pillowcase too, just in case they get it off in the night. They use it and protect their hair, because the reason why you want to make sure always if you don't do anything before you go to bed, if you don't put the moisturizer on your hair, use some something to protect your edges, because you imagine sleeping on your pillow and rolling in the night and hugging up the pillow. Your edges are just facing the wrath of that nice cotton pillow and soaking up all the moisture out of your hair. So satin, silk, pillowcase, bonnet, scarf, something. Something else that's helped me. And it's really like growing out my edges is that, you know how you would, or some people would give their hair like a cut? When it comes on to my edges, I maintain them by doing what they call like a search and destroy. I don't know if you've ever heard about that. If you have, let me know if you haven't. They do like a search and destroy method, which is basically when you take some hair and you look at it. Look at the hair, look at the individual strands of the hair, and see like which ones are splitting or which ones need to be, targeted, and just clip that one only. That's what I do with my edges. So I would, section off a little part of my edges, and that's why I like my hair to be a length where I can always bring it forward and see what's happening. So I would just like take my edges like this, and just look at it, have my little scissors, look at it, and just look for those little split ends if there are any. And just trim those ones instead of cutting off the whole of the front of your hair just to make everything line up. If that's making sense. Yeah, so that's what I usually do. Takesha also says, I don't catch my hair tight, but I want to keep my edges. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, guys, so talking a little bit more about the she said Sakali, I want to call this Sukali Suga. Hope I got that. Said she heard of search and destroy. It is time consuming. Yes, Sukali Suga, it is time consuming. But the thing is, it's something that I do when I'm not really up to much. So maybe I am like watching a little show, television show or something, and I don't really do it often either. The last time I did it was about 2 weeks ago, and that was after maybe like 3 months or so. And that was the last time I did it. Because it really helps in targeting the specific hairs that need attention. So maybe I'm watching a little show, and in between I'm, just have my little scissors, not getting scissors happy or anything. Just have my little scissors. And sometime when you're combing your hair, you might feel like a single strand knot. Does anybody here know about single strand knots? This is going to tell me who really have the core, not cores, the 4 type here. Who here knows about single strand knots? Kayla C. Hi. Love it. Vids. Thank you. Yeah, guys. So in the meantime, let me tell you about the castor oil. If you have any other questions, any other concerns, anything you want to talk about, just shoot them here. I'm just going to get a little water. Yeah, guys. So Sukali Suga says she has heard about, I've heard of single strand knots. Yeah. So she has heard about it. If you have not heard about it, single strand knots usually happen in people who have like type 4 hair. Not saying that it's limited to, those people like myself, but it's very common in type 4 hair. What happens is that, and that's one of the reasons why I was having a hard time when I was natural. I couldn't retain any length because, these knots were like the death of my natural hair. What happens is that when you have type 4 hair, when it shrinks up, imagine you have your coils. When it shrinks up, sometimes in shrinking it forms a knot at the end of your hair. So a physical knot that you can look at and see at the end of your hair. And so it makes the ends of your hair feel rough. So if sometimes you're putting your hand through your hair and you feel a little snag, you should look at it and see like what's really happening here. Instead of just ripping it through, you can look at it and see like what's happening. And sometimes you'll see that little knot at the end. And what happens is that if you don't address that single strand knot, you will pull it out and break that here strand, and it won't break evenly, and so it will split. And that's when the split end comes about and travels up the shaft of your hair. So single strand knots can be a real problem. But the search and destroy method of going through your hair and addressing those individual strands that have problems can definitely help with that. Suka says most 4C hair does get single strand knots. Yeah, you need oil or conditioner to gently remove them, otherwise they break the hair strands, like you said. Yeah, and I'm telling you, Suka, like, conditioner doesn't help me when I was natural with those, because what happened is that every time my hair shrunk up, it's like some people call them fairy knots. That's another name for them. You know why they call them fairy knots? Because they say it's like magic, or they just, just come up. Like, where they come from? Yeah, so those gonna help me. What happened is that Sasma says if you have breakage and split ends, I'm sorry, Sasma, maybe you could rephrase that. I'm not catching the last part. Yeah, but the single strand knots can be dangerous if you have natural hair. And what happened to me is that whenever I straighten my hair, I oftentimes had to cut it. And sometimes it's not how much I have to cut in the ends, because these knots can travel all the way up. So sometimes you might see one at the end, and sometimes it might be at the root. And I'll tell you something, a part of the reason why I don't stretch my relaxer for many months is because as a relaxed girl, when I stretch my relaxer for too long, they pop up at my root. I don't even know how that's possible, but it pops up at the root of my hair, and there is nothing I can do about that. So yeah. Suka says, your hair is beautiful, by the way. Thank you. How long have you been natural? Sasma says, if I have breakage and if I have breakage and split ends, must I cut my hair? All right, let's Sasma, it depends on how much split ends you have. Breakage doesn't necessarily mean that you need to cut your hair. Breakage can be as a result of the protein moisture balance being off, which we spoke about earlier. So your hair can be breaking just because it might need more moisture or more protein, more strength, or more elasticity. But the split ends, if you have split ends, there is no option. The split ends you can't fix. Even though they said there's stuff to mend split ends, you can't really fix it. It's something that you have to definitely cut off. And just because your hair might be uneven in some places, don't mean that you have split ends. I mean, not everybody goes for a blunt cut, nor does your hair even naturally grow blunt. So some parts of your hair might be, a little bit frayed. To know if it's split, you can just look at it. If you have length here that you can look at it, and see if you see the split ends. Or split ends might come in different ways. That's something you could look up to see images of what split ends look like. And if you notice, if maybe your hair is or is not long enough for you to just look at it like that, but if it's not, when you comb your hair, you can look in the brush at some of the strands that come out and see what they look like. And if you notice that you have a lot of split ends, then there aren't too many options there. But if it's breakage, then that's something that you can fix. All right, so let me know if that answers it at all. Whatever questions you have, please free to ask, and I'll see what I can pull from my little experience. So Suka asks, how long have you been natural? I'll tell you that I am not natural. I hope you know that. I am not a natural. I am relaxed. I have relaxed hair. There's a video on my channel where I tell my little stories of uh-oh. Hey Kayla. Thanks. I read a lot about here. It's my pastime. I like to read. Kayla says, love how you know so much about here. I like to read journals, scientific journals. I really am big on the source of information that I'm getting, and from time to time, these sources are the information I find. The knowledge might increase, and so something might change, and that's something where I wanted to mention on some point on my channel that, you know, as you grow in knowledge and become more knowledgeable, there are things that you do that you would not have done or do differently because you know more or you know less. So I wanted to say that, whatever I tell you, if something changes based on what I find, basically it's not set in stone. I'm just telling you based on what I found, basically. So yeah, and I'm happy to share whatever I know. So Suka Lisuga. The natural here now. So I'm not natural, I'm relaxed. And I told a story in part. I got my first relaxer when I was going to high school. I was relaxed throughout high school for the first 2 years of university. Then I went back natural. Was natural about 3 to 4 years, and I went back relaxed. I've been relaxed since January 2019. So January 2019? Yeah, so about a year and 11 months. Yeah, since we're on the 11th month, let's say 11 months. So almost 2 years back to being relaxed. Suka Lusuga says, thanks for the information. What kind of protective styles do you prefer to do? Or do you always wear your ear out like today? I almost never wear my hair out, Suka Lusuga. I'll tell you about that. So I like to wear my hair out, which is not ideal for me, for my lifestyle, because when I'm going to work, I oftentimes have to have like my bag moving. And if I wear my hair out, the bag is oftentimes on my hair or my hair is under the bag or so I don't really wear my hair out often. If I'm going out now, like somewhere fancy, or like today where I had my hair in the protective style, I was like, how am I gonna comb my hair for this? Because with COVID, it's like you don't have anywhere to go. In Jamaica, curfews and all of that. For me, there I'm not going anywhere, so I thought let's just put this nice little hairstyle together. It's easy. It's going away now, basically the waves, but yeah. But the protective styles, at one point, especially when I was natural, I used to wear buns like every day. I would wear a high bun. I never have. I don't even know where my phone is. I could show you a picture. Oh yeah, you know what a high bun is like. So I would wear a high bun, a high loose bun, and I would use my hairpins and just put it together. Of late, since I did my last relaxer, I've been wearing low buns. And the reason for that is because I find that it's just like less manipulation for my hair. In the sense that gravity causes your hair to lay down. Your hair is flowing with gravity. But then when your hair is put up, it's acting against gravity. So it's like you have to put more work into getting your hair on the top of your head. So I started to do low buns because I would just use this center part I have here. I would generally just keep it there and just put my hair like this and make my bun. And when I'm going to bed, I just pull it back like that, pin it, put on my scarf, go to bed. When I wake up, if you're on Instagram and you don't follow me, my Instagram name, I'm gonna send it to you, is Shan Sadie _ relaxed hair. That's it. So follow me on Instagram. Sometimes I don't have a big Instagram following, obviously. I'm a small little YouTube person here. But follow me there. I plan on posting more. And yeah, my last post shows where I said like something like I woke up with my hair like this, I believe. And it just showed where my hair was ready. I was ready to go. I could go to work with my hair like that because I just basically low bun, satin scarf, wake up, take it off, low manipulation. What other protective styles? I like to do the center part and do a little, twist. And then when I reach towards the back, I braid it down. Yeah. What else do I do? That's mostly it. I'm not very creative when it comes on to hairstyles. Or if I am, I value low manipulation more because, again, my hair is fine. Less things that is to it works out better for it. So, yeah. All right. I need some more water. So there aren't any other questions. I'll talk a little bit about the Jamaican black castor oil. Ooh, Kayla C says, can you do a video on protective hairstyles? I can try to do that. I hate making promises and I don't fulfill them, so I won't put a date to it. I'll just say I'll try. I do plan on recording a video soon though about a specific protective style because I'm gonna be putting my hair in braids. You wouldn't know this if you don't know me personally. I braid hair sometimes. No, not so much because it's very time consuming, but I would do braids on other person's hair, like individual braids, cornrow braids, twisting braids. Did I say cornrow braids? Yeah, I did. Invisible cornrows, full cornrows. I would do those. And so it's something that I've been doing for a long time and I enjoy doing. But off late, meaning a few years now, I haven't enjoyed doing it on other person's hair so much just because my feet and my fingers hurt so much, especially my feet, from standing up for many hours of doing someone else's hair. And I started to get kind of flustered and it's not a pleasant experience after a few hours. So yeah, but I plan on recording a video because in a few weeks, I think maybe about 3 weeks, I might put a protective style in for knotless braids. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a little surgery and I might need some downtime. So yeah, I might do a little protective style, especially because I'm gonna have a lot of new growth and I don't want to leave my hair unkept for a number of days with new growth. Can cause a lot of matting and so on. I might be bedridden, so yeah. All right, so Kayla, I'll try to get that for you. I do have a video of me getting a hairstyle similar to this one, where I was trying out the Cantu versus the Perfective Mega Grow. And yeah, you could check that out. That's a very simple and easy style. Suka Lusuka says, I know Jamaica is hot. Do you find that you have to wash your hair more often or moisturize it more since heat dries out hair? Suka Lusuga, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from? If you'd like to share, you could share. If you don't want, that's fine. So, First question, do you find that you have to wash your hair more often? I'll tell you that for starters, I love to wash my hair. Wash days are something that I look forward to. I just love the feeling of the water in my hair, the shampoo, the smells, the softness. I love to wash my hair. So if I could wash my hair every day, I would wash it every day, but I can't. But Jamaica is hot and Kingston is dusty. So I wash my hair generally, I would say every week, but sometimes I do wash it twice weekly. Um, what determines if I wash my hair twice weekly? I usually go with the flow of my hair. I don't have a set schedule like to say every Sunday or every Wednesday or something. I don't have a set schedule like that. I usually go with the flow of my hair. So maybe I use a particular product, right? And some products keep your hair more moisturized for longer. Maybe I use one that doesn't keep my hair too moisturized for as long as I like. So maybe I use it on Sunday. And by Wednesday, I don't know if my hair feeling kind of dry. I don't like to rely on like a moisturizer to moisturize my hair. I like to use like a conditioner or a deep conditioner to moisturize my hair. So I do use moisturizers though. And I use them when I'm combing my hair in between wash days. Excuse me. When I'm washing my hair in between wash days, I would use moisturizers. But if on a Wednesday my hair feels a bit dry and I use oil and I use moisturizer already, I'll wash my hair. I'll wash it twice weekly. And I love it. So that's always the goal for me, to wash twice weekly. Especially when I'm stretching my relaxers and my hair is a bit drier. I tend to find that I wash my hair more often during those times. What is the longest you ever grew your hair, both natural and relaxed? I'll tell you something. The other day I was saying to my husband that I never realized how fascinated people are with the length of hair. And I'll be honest with you, I I have my hair and it's longish, but it's not a case where I was on how long can I grow my hair? This is probably something that is newfound to me. In the past, like when I was going to high school, I would just always wear my hair like right here. That's how short. I would always have a little bob. And many people who know me personally, this is probably the longest they've seen my hair, because I was not one that was trying to get long hair. It's like I just took care of my hair, and then if I don't know, if I wanted to if I want to wear a style, I got it. So this journey of growing hair, it's new to me. And it's interesting though, because I've learned a lot, and I've been motivated a lot by people who have like, wow, their hair is so long. And I was like, even though I would like to see people with long hair, it never occurred to me that like, hey girl, see how long I can grow your hair. No. So this is probably me just pushing myself and saying like, how long can I really grow my hair? When did this happen? Maybe like a month or two ago. Because interestingly, as I said, I just didn't know that people were so fascinated by the length of hair. And there's some people, they didn't know my hair was longish because I always wear my hair in a bun. And then they would see me one day with my hair down and they're like, wow, you have a lot of hair. And I was like, oh yeah, moving on with life. So it's a new thing for me, and I'm just testing it out to see. I don't know how long I want my hair to grow or anything, because I think if your hair is really long, it can be a lot of work. And I honestly don't know if I want to put in all that work, but let's see what happens. Some people say health over length. What are you guys? Are you those persons that say health over length? Let's see what Lisuka says. She says, to answer your question, I'm in Florida. It's hot here too and humid. Isn't it? Used to be relaxed, but now gaining inches with natural hair and learning a lot, loving my afro. Yeah. Yeah, I must say I enjoyed my hair when it was natural. Why did I go natural? Basically, why did I go natural? I don't even remember why I went natural. It was just like a change of look. Cause again, the length thing wasn't like a major thing for me. But when my hair was natural and I would like flat iron it and so um maybe it would be like about here or so. I was always having to cut it because of the single strand knot. So yeah. Alrighty, let's see what else is happening here. Do, 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 do. Oh, I wanted to mention about the castor oil, the Jamaican black castor oil. I was saying earlier that I don't really use the Jamaican black castor oil because of the smell. And for some people, it makes their scalp itch a lot. I am one of those persons. Even if I mix it with other oils, it makes my scalp itch. I have a really sensitive scalp. Sensitive meaning to products. Like, I'll use something and it makes my scalp itch. And when I say itch, I mean itch. Itch to the point where I might need to put some dressing on it because I'm scratching it. Yeah, so the Jamaican black castor oil was not working out for me, and I did not like the smell. I didn't like that after I shampooed my hair with my nice smelling shampoo and conditioner, my hair smelled like, oh, I want to eat it. I put Jamaican black castor oil in it, and it smells like smoke. I couldn't take it. So I use, what's the brand? I think it's called Home Health or something like that. I would use the Home Health brand. That's the one I use. Cold press pure castor oil. And I enjoy that a lot. Yeah. Let's see what else is here. Alright, that sounds like I have caught up with the questions. I have. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, so that's that for now. I am going to stick around and see if anyone else comes here. If there are any questions, if anyone wants to pick up from where we left off, anything at all, let us know. I'm going to hang around for a while more. What time do you guys usually go to bed in your local time? I'm not even going to get involved in time zones. What's your bedtime? Do you have a bedtime? Or do you just wing it? My bedtime, I try for 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock local time. I love to be laying down in my bed. So shower, lights off, everything. Laying down. Because I take a while to fall asleep. Like, or more to fall asleep. So yeah, I generally, that's ideal. Like if at 9 o'clock I'm in my bed and everything has been taken care of, that's ideal. I feel like, oh, I accomplished something today. I did all that I needed to do. I did all that I needed to do. I'm in my bed on time. Some people think that's crazy to have a bedtime, but it gives me a measure of control over my day to come. And yeah. All right, so let me see something here. For the live that I put up, it said, hair talk, ask me something, healthy hair and scalp, relaxed and natural hair. So let's see if we can whittle back to that topic. Kayla says, when I use my hair would cry out. When you said your hair would cry out, you mean your scalp or what? What's happening, Kayla? Still a say now when you use castor oil, what happens? So healthy hair and scalp. What constitutes healthy hair for you guys? Is it the color, like it needs to be black and is it the sheen, like black and shiny? Is it the length? Does it have to be long? Is it a blonde cut? What constitutes healthy hair for you guys? I'm curious because it's like saying pretty girl. Oh, Kayla, is 9:30 bedtime? Is that what you're answering to? Ah, what constitutes healthy hair to you, Kayla? Is it length? Is it color? Is it sheen? What is it? For me, I'm not gonna say color, but I want like deep down I feel it's color. It's like when hair is black and shiny. It's like for me, it's like, oh, healthy. So I love seeing black shiny hair. Blonde cuts are tempting in the sense that blonde cuts can seem like they are the standard for healthy hair. Like if your hair is layered, some people might say, oh, your hair is thin at the ends, that kind of thing. So I feel like the standard that's held up for healthy hair is a blonde cut. Suka. Natural hair is so versatile. Can straighten, braid, definitely do a million styles. It's also very fragile. True. Relaxed hair is a bit easier to work with, but can easily be damaged due to the restructured texture. That is so true. Facts. I feel like black hair in general is just so unique in the sense that you can do so much to it. Oh, and you know something? The other day I saw something and it really resonated with me a lot. I feel like the person who it's a post I saw somewhere. I feel as if the person who made that post was probably I'm sorry, but sometimes I think people like take race out of stuff that are directed towards race. Like in the sense that, you know, everything isn't about being black or white, and I feel like sometimes I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel like sometimes everything is made about race and everything doesn't have to be about race, but whatever. The post said they liked how black people are made to think that their hair is, what did they say? Like they would say rough, like something like that. I don't remember exactly what it said, but the post said like, I like how black hair is made to appear rough, but really it's fine and fragile. So they were basically saying that they like how black hair is made to appear rough in the sense that it can take a lot of rough treatment or harsh treatment, but in reality it's quite opposite. So they were saying they like how that's portrayed of black hair because it's instilled in us so that we can not take care of our hair or we want it's supposed to be and then break. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm trying to explain to you, but the post basically said that, in other words, we are made to think that black hair can withstand all this rough treatment, with the effect being we do it, the rough treatment, and it doesn't grow and it's deliberate. That's what the post was basically saying. So I it really resonates with me because I think that we sometimes feel like because our hair is so textured and so on. It can withstand more brushing and tugging and everything. But really, as Suka said, our hair is very what's the exact word she used? Fragile. Our hair is very fragile. So yeah, we have to be gentle. Oh, Kayla said when I use castor oil, my hair would dry out. That's what you said. And you know what, Kayla? That's a valid point you raised because bear in mind, these are just my views here. I think a lot of people use castor oil incorrectly. Don't come for me. Not to know it all or anything. I'm just saying I think a lot of people use castor oil incorrectly. And I'll tell you why I say that. What I like to do a lot of trial and error with things. I like to test things for myself. If anyone tells me something, I love to ask, where did you get that from? And then if you tell me where you get it from and it sounds like, I want to find out for myself. Castor oil. Castor oil is a penetrating oil, but it's a thick oil. So it's not the most penetrating oil. It's not like a coconut oil. But castor oil, if you've ever noticed, castor oil is not greasy, you know. Castor oil is, if you use a teaspoon of castor oil and you put it in your hand, I don't know if you've ever done that, and you rub it, it's sticky, but it's not greasy. And if you use a teaspoon of coconut oil and put it in your hand and you rub it together, slip grease can't finish. But castor oil is thick, and so one lady told me this once, and it was like by chance that I found out. Sometimes when I'm stretching my relaxer, meaning I'm waiting for the time to come for relaxer day, I'm waiting as long as I can. Something that I found that worked for me is that I would spritz my hair with water. You can use regular water, but sometimes I like to use like distilled water. I would spritz my hair with water and then I would apply castor oil over it. So you know, like people do a hot oil treatment on dry hair, I would use water first, then castor oil only second, and I would find that my hair is so soft for days. And I couldn't understand to myself. I said, why people say that you shouldn't use water before you do a hot oil treatment? And I was speaking to this lady and she said, in the past, back in the day, she said, people would she said back in the day, she said back in the day, hot oil treatments came as like in a pack, basically. So it's a hot oil treatment. And she said instructions would say, you know, basically wash your hair first. When it's damp, you put on the oil on it. And I was like, what? Yeah, she said that's what it used to be. And then in doing some research about it and in testing it for myself, I found, you know, just like how you have the Shea Moisture Strength and Restore Jamaican Black Castor Oil treatment, I think we can learn so much by understanding products, like products that are out there on the shelf. If you understand how that product works, you can gain so much knowledge with regards to healthy hair practices in general. So I say all of this to say that Shea Moisture treatment, Strength and Restore Castor Oil thing, notice it's a treatment that you use after you use their shampoo. That's how it's supposed to be used. And what happens is that when you have the moisture from the water on your hair, when you apply a thick oil like castor oil that is basically almost impenetrable, because water and oil never mix, they always repel each other. So when your hair is already soaked in the water and you apply castor oil over it, it's like you're locked in that moisture. That moisture has nowhere to go. That castor oil locks it in. And if you're applying castor oil to dry hair, what's the castor oil doing? It's locking it out. It's preventing anything from penetrating to the castor oil. And when I appreciated that, I was like, ooh, makes sense. And honestly, That's why I don't mix castor oil in my deep conditioners, because it's like you have the conditioner to do the work, it's formulated to do the work, to add the moisture, and you mix castor oil in that. It's like, castor oil fighting, conditioner fighting, like this fight happening inside on your hair. That's just me, guys. So, while I use lightweight penetrating oils for a different purpose, I use castor oil in a different way. So after I moisturize my hair with a conditioner on wash day and I apply my leave-in, that's when I use castor oil. So my hair is fully moisturized and I use a castor oil to lock in that moisture, and I have moisturized hair for days. So when that wears off, I know that, hey, time to wash my hair again. That's how it works for me. Let me know what you think about that theory. I have a lot of theories. Let me know what you think. Let's see what's happening in the comments. So Suka says, natural hair is so versatile. Cool, we read that. Kayla says, castor oil, cool, will dry my hair out. Kayla, if you're still there, what do you think about that theory? Kelisha says, what type of treatment processes would you say is good to maintain? Excuse me. What type of treatment processes would you say is good to maintain relaxed hair? Healthy hair. Suka says, healthy hair to me means thick. Oh, let me just address this one first, because I had asked this question earlier, so I'm happy that Suka responded. I had asked, what constitutes healthy hair in your opinion? And she says here, healthy hair to me means thick, bouncy, and shine. Length does not equal health. I love that. You can have long, wispy strands of hair which looks unhealthy. That's true. That's so true. Thanks for answering. She also says, I think you need to spray hair with water first. Yes, then put oil on it to seal it in the moisture and prevent it from drying. That is so true. Yeah. And as they say, oils are not moisturizers. Guys, always remember that. Like, if you have a product and you take it up and it says moisturizing, and you read on it, and the first ingredient is water, doesn't matter what they say. That is not a moisturizer at all. Period. All right, so Kelisha asks, what type of treatment processes would you say is good to maintain maintain relaxed hair? All right, treatment processes. I know a lot of times in the Caribbean when we say treatment, a lot of times in the Caribbean, hi Sandy Alois. Sandia is asking, how often do you trim your ends and why? I'm going to answer that one right after I answer Kelisha's question. So she asked about treatment processes for maintaining relaxed hair. I like to just say hair in general, because I find that these very processes help so much with natural hair too. Treatment processes, no. Relaxed hair basically is a little bit more protein deprived, because relaxers break down the natural proteins in your hair. So protein treatments are very beneficial to relaxed hair. Guys, I'm gonna ask you a question. I want you to tell me if you know this. Yesterday I read something and I was like, oh, my brain was blown. It was a fact. This is a fact. Medical journal fact. It said that sulfate shampoos it didn't say breakdown. Sulfate shampoos denature the proteins in your hair. Guys, denaturing is a process. It's used to describe a chemical process in which a protein loses its shape, its structure. That's what denaturing means. And this thing said that sulfate shampoos denature the proteins in your hair. I came across this because I was researching, why do we need to put proteins in your hair? If your hair is made up of proteins and you do a protein treatment last month and your hair is made up of protein and you put the protein in there, why you need to do a protein treatment this month? Bear in mind, I do this. Well, I like to know, like, why? Where is it going? I'm washing it out. Like, how am I washing it out? What am I doing wrong? But I found that that's like a part of the reason why. So I like to go off on tangents. Let's wheel it back in. Protein treatments are very beneficial to relax hair. Moisture treatments are very beneficial to relax hair. These are beneficial in general, right? These are beneficial in general. Thanks, Suka. Yeah, we're speaking facts in here. Facts. Get the facts straight. And if I speak something that you don't think is a fact or you know it's a fact, please tell me. Not so. All right. So so based on this fact that sulfate shampoos denatures the proteins in your hair, natural or relaxed, you will occasionally need to do protein treatments. Now, the another fact, people say they're protein sensitive. Guys, tell me something. I'm not bashing anyone here, but if your hair is comprised of 90% protein, is there really such a thing as being protein sensitive? Like, tell me. Are you sensitive to the proteins in your own hair? Really, tell me. If your hair is comprised of 90% proteins, is it fair to say you are protein sensitive? Are you sensitive to your hair? Are you sensitive to your skin? Is there such a thing as protein sensitivity? There are different kind of proteins, guys. There are strengthening proteins, there are moisturizing proteins, and it's good to know when to use which. Moisturizing proteins actually help, as the name says, to moisturize your hair, because what they do is they stick onto your hair and they say, hey, water, come in here, come into my hair. That's their purpose. Moisturizing proteins help your hair to attract water, because hair is naturally water repelling, right? Hair is hydrophobic, it repels water. Proteins stick on the hair, they help your hair to stay, they help your hair to absorb the water. So moisturizing protein could be something like hydrolyzed collagen, hydrolyzed wheat protein, and a strengthening protein can be something like hydrolyzed keratin. Maybe sometimes you could say hydrolyzed elastin, things like that. So yeah, and proteins can be both moisturizing and strengthening in one. So treatments for relaxed or natural hair, protein treatments, oil treatments are useful too. Everybody's hair benefits from oils, period. Let's see what else is happening here. Sukalusuga. Exactly as you explained, do not apply castor oil on dry hair. Girl. Defeats the purpose of retaining moisture. All right, so Sandia, you asked how often do you trim your hair and why. I mentioned earlier that I don't do things on a schedule, like wash days, this, that is that, protein is that, and that. I do it as my hair needs it. So I would say I trim my hair around every relaxer-ish, which is maybe around every 12 weeks. And this might take different forms. It might be search and destroy, or it might be just going in and cutting my hair. But I always love to do the search and destroy because it targets exactly where needs a problem. And then the other cuts just helping maintaining the shape of your hair. Well, at least that's for me, because I do it myself. I don't, because of the length of my hair right now, I don't have a blunt cut. I don't feel the need to go out to get someone to just give me a blunt cut for the sake of a blunt cut. I just do it myself, and it's been working good for me. So why I do it? Because I don't see the need to cut my hair unnecessarily. Yeah, unless I'm going for a styled cut, like a blunt bob. I love bobs. Unless I'm going for that kind of thing, a hairstyle, then it's a gradual process basically. Okay, Shazzy Bazzy. Out of a firm or Hawaiian silk, which is better? Shazzy Bazzy, you're putting me some hot water here. I'm in no place to say. I don't know. I know that a lot of people get great results from Hawaiian silky. Some people say that a firm makes their hair break. I don't know. I just personally I feel like the thing with Hawaiian silky is that it comes in mild. That's the thing, girl. So because it comes in mild, you have more control over your relaxer process, if that makes sense. Sandia, you're welcome. Hopefully that answer that I gave makes sense, right? So I feel like the Hawaiian silky, the advantage that it has is that it comes in mild, and so you can spend more time applying your relaxer properly, rinsing it out on time. You just have more control over the relaxer process, especially if you're doing it yourself. Versus like a firm, I don't know if it comes in mild, but I have not seen it in mild. It comes in normal. If you're doing the same thing in normal, if you're doing the same thing using a mild relaxer as using a normal strength relaxer, and your hair is fine, then it's gonna break more. So I don't know. I'm in no position to say that's the reason their hair broke off, but um, I have bought a firm tub relaxer so that once my ORS relaxer finishes, I'm gonna use a firm. Um, yeah, a bunch of reasons why, basically, but I'm gonna use a firm and see how it works for me. If my hair breaks off, oh well. If my hair breaks off, I'll start all over again. I'll be here to tell the tale if it happens as such. Um, but as Kelisha said earlier, she used Hawaiian silky, and her hair was silky for days. It has been silky, so she has gotten great results. I've never used Hawaiian silky before, but I wanted to purchase it, but I wanted to purchase it in mild, and I didn't see it, so I didn't buy it. Usually, though, I mix my relaxers to get into the mild strength. So I don't really have any leading towards ORS, to be honest. Not bashing them or anything, but I don't feel like it does anything extraordinary to my hair based on what I add to the relaxers when I'm doing it. So which relaxer do you use, Shazzy Bazzy? Or anyone? Which relaxer do you guys use for those in here who are relaxed? All right, so Suka Lusuga, girl, it's you and I tonight. I love your questions. You're keeping me alive. I shouldn't say that, should I? You guys, all of you are keeping me alive on here. But I appreciate the questions. Keeps the conversations going. That's what I should say. I'm sorry. All right, so she says, I think it's not protein sensitivity. They probably mean protein overload. Yeah, maybe. Which may make hair brittle too. Oh, which may make hair brittle. Too much of anything is not a good thing. Yeah, but I'm no expert. Maybe there is such a thing. Me neither, girl. I think though, Suka, when they say the protein sensitivity, I kind of feel like it's protein sensitivity that they mean, because people who say that usually say that after they have used a particular product and it makes their hair feel extremely dry or brittle or something, overloaded. They say, oh, I'm protein sensitive. Well, it could be that that particular protein is not what they need at the time. Could be. Or it could be that, as they say, that that protein is sensitive for them, meaning, it works too well, or it makes their hair too dry. Or it could be that they're not following up their protein treatment with a moisturizing treatment afterwards. Or it could be that they're just doing it too often. Too many things to say. We don't know. We're not professionals, but it's just something someone said before, like, how can you be protein sensitive if your hair is made of protein? And I'm like, that is so true. How can you be? All right, so Wait, what, girl? You do your own relaxers? Yes, I do. Suka, let me tell you about me. I have not been to a salon for a relaxer since, can't even tell you. I don't know, maybe when I was in high school and graduating, and that was a special moment. And I don't even think that was last time. I even think when I was in high school and graduating, I did my relaxer and then I went to the salon for them to style my hair. I even think that's what I did. But I've been doing my hair for a long time. Trial and error. I love it. I just love the whole process. And I am so, what's that word? No. Particular. That if you're doing my hair and you're not doing it right, I'm not going to say anything, which I should. I will just sit down and take it. You will ruin my hair and I'll just sit down and take it. But in my mind, I was like, no, don't do that. Why are you raking through my hair? Something like that. So I just do everything myself. Just works out better for my sanity, my convenience. I hated when I would go to the salon and they would put me under the blow dryer. I mean the hooded dryer. I hate a hooded dryer. I hate when the pins. Suka, have you ever had relaxed hair? Please tell me. I hate when I go to the salon and they would roll my hair up and then they would put the pins in. Girl, when those pins get hot, it's like hell in Jamaica. No AC in the salon that I used to go. And they put those pins, those metal pins in your hair and put you underneath that dryer. It was like torture. I hated it. I would want them to blow dry my hair and they didn't want to do it because they could just roll me up, put me in the hooded dryer and start another client. And I would just want you to just do like a blow drying real fast. Even if it wasn't the best thing for my hair, I don't want to go and do that thing. So that alone was like the fear. I just, you can put the relaxer in my hair and go walk up and down and I know that my hair is falling out and I feel bad, but and bear in mind, I just feel like in general I have a low pain threshold. So something will happen to you and you're just like, oh, ow. And it happened to me and I'm like, oh, my arm is falling off. I can't bear pain. So that one little thing that was like nothing to maybe somebody else was for me like, I'm not going back. Oh, sad times. What's happening here? So, all right, you must be really good. You save lots of dollars. I have a laugh like this all day, Suka. I should. I should be saving a lot of dollars. I mean, obviously, I am saving more than the person who, goes there every week or whatever. But yeah, let's be fair. I'm saving my coins. I am not like I'm not like a product hoarder, junkie, nothing like that. I don't like to buy things that I don't use. But sometimes that's where the coins go, like buying products. But I'm really, good on using up my products before I buy more, or I don't know, finding ways to use them up before they waste. Like my last video, for instance, that I posted on my channel was it was about the ORS. Oh, it was again replenishing conditioner. And as you can see, if you watched it or if you didn't watch it, I'll tell you, I bought like this big, I don't know, 33 fluid ounce of conditioner, and I had it from my hair was when I was going to Relaxed. And for the life of me, it made my hair so sticky and I couldn't take it. But I decided I'm gonna finish this. I have a little bit left. I decided I was gonna finish this. This is the first thing I'm gonna finish and throw it off my stash. And so I'm really good on that because I don't like in general, I don't like to be wasteful. Food, energy, anything. I don't like to be wasteful. So yeah, not my fave. Other people love it, but in an effort not to be wasteful, I found ways of using it up. So yeah. Uh Sandia says, I use Orex relaxer. I never change because I'm afraid to break my hair. I get you, girl. But I'm gonna change and I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. Um and guess what? I bought a tub, the big tub. So if that breakage starts to happen, I guess all the oars here gonna break off. I will start grow some affirm here. And when the affirm finish, I'll go buy Hawaiian silky. And if it break, we'll break off the affirm here and grow some Hawaiian silky here. I should really start like this hair journey thing, you know? But I don't know. You guys are on a hair journey or anything? They use the term hair journey. All right, what is here? True, leading to do your own hair is best. Been to a top-rated salon and they destroyed my hair. Oh no. Sometimes you have no idea what's in their product. And that's the thing. Some salons don't like to share. You know, I always tell people about this particular lady who taught me how to braid hair, like the twist braids and the plait braids, the two strand twist braids and the, you know, three strand twist braids. And I valued her so much because I remember when I was like, I don't know, maybe like 8 or 9, because I've always been into hair care and maybe not hair care as much as hair styling. So I have two sisters and I would always cornrow braid their hair. And this lady that I'm speaking of would two strand twist braid or extension braids to my mom. And I was always so fascinated by her, like, you know, she was so neat and everything. And I would just sit there and watch her. And she too was fascinated by the fact that I was so young and so, you know, caught up in what she was doing. And she showed me how to do that. And I'm telling you, I ate bread from that skill. And she never had to show me her skill. And some people are like that. They don't want to show you their skill because they're afraid that you might steal their bread. But this lady was not like that. And I will forever remember and value her for that. I think one day when I see her, when I go where she is, I should tell her that. Yeah, I should. But I don't like when I go to do my hair somewhere, which I haven't done in a long time, and they hide the products. Like, for me, that's so shady. Like, what if I'm allergic to something in there? I don't know. I don't like that. I mean, you can understand that some of them are trying to protect their trade, but for me, it just takes like a level of something loyalty. I don't know if that's it. To be willing to share your trade and stuff. I don't know. It's a touchy subject. I guess people take advantage of it. I'm not gonna lie. If my hairdresser tells me all that she's using, I'm just gonna buy them and do it myself. So maybe I'm the worst person to be saying this, but maybe that's why I want to know what she's using so I can go buy them and do my hair myself and do my friends' hair myself and take our hair bread. Guys, this has been fun. What's happening in here? Let's see. So destroyed my hair. Know what's in their products. Yeah, had relaxed here, and yes, the salon fares are real. Yes, girl. But just because you're, you know what? You said it. You said it. I always say that. Like, I'll braid my hair. Let me don't braid it good. Well, I pay my money to braid my hair, and you don't braid it good. No, guys. One moment. My alarm is going off. That's my bedtime. How do I pause this? 1 second, guys. Yes, I'm back. Put my backdrop there. One momento. Ew. Yeah. I think I'm gonna hang around for 10 more minutes. Not because it's my bedtime, but I don't want to keep you guys here for too long. But I really appreciated the company and the laughs and the questions, the chat. It was fun. What are you guys up to for the rest of the night? Do you got work tomorrow? What? Suga, what's happening with COVID in Florida? Do you guys have curfews and stuff? Or you just go as you like? Okay, you're getting ready for bed. Okay. I'm gonna get ready for bed in 9 minutes. I have work tomorrow. Oh, you still have to wear masks. I see. We have to wear masks too here in Jamaica. Although obviously some people don't wear masks, but we have to wear masks here. We have curfews. So we have nightly curfews. So right now the curfew time is 9 p.m. local time. So that's when we should be off the road. Yeah, and it ends 5 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, they try to keep people inside their houses, which has been helping somewhat for those who have. I don't even want to say for those who have complied because COVID is so. I tell people, my friends, when I go to them, I'm like, I don't know if I have COVID. I'm not coming to see you. Because the reality is, we don't even know. Because with some people not caring or some people not being careful, you know, it's just spreading. One doctor said that, said to me that everybody's going to get COVID. It's just a matter of time. And I was like, oh, okay, doc. What do you think should be our next live time or topic? No curfew here. Cool. They tried it and people complied and took to the street. Oh gosh. You know, it's been a Oh, Suka, I was saying to you that no, I don't think we've had any protesting um as a result of COVID in Jamaica. I don't know if there has been, but I don't recall any. Yeah, Shazzy Bazzy. I'm alright. Still looking for days. Which relaxer do you use? Shazzy Bazzy. Um yes, Suka. So yeah, I don't think any there has been any protesting in Jamaica as a result of mask wearing or anything. But at one point the officers were like out on the busy streets, like in Kingston, busy streets, and they were, was it like ticketing, arresting, reprimanding or something? People who weren't wearing masks. Oh, you use ORS Live. Cool. How long have you been using that one, Shazzy? Many years? Are you thinking of switching to like me? Well, I've basically switched because even though I'm still using Oris, I've made the switch because I bought my tub of relaxer that I'm switching to already because there's no turning back. My issue, Shazzy, was that I was having a hard time finding the big bottle of neutralizing shampoo. I believe that's the one you asked me about on Instagram. I was having a problem finding that. And it was just over it. I couldn't be bothered. I had ordered one online and on the ORS website, and they say it's returned to sender and all foolishness. And I was like, oh. And I also found out that I was having some scalp issues as a result of sulfates and stuff. So, yeah, it wasn't doing anything special for me. I don't know if this is something special. I'll find out after I switch if it was doing something special. I in the past when not this current relaxing period, but in the years before when I was relaxed, I used to use other brands of relaxers and some of them did me well. I remember at one point I was using Precise while my hair was a bit dry. It got pretty silky. Yeah. I enjoy mixing in the oils just a little or the butters. It gives me a nice feel. So people, I notice a lot of ladies online use Affirm, and I like their results. And they actually said they get good results too. So I was curious to try it. I like the whole Avalon system. I feel like they do a lot of research in their products. When I read the ingredients and stuff, it seems like, different. So, yeah. And ask you next. Oh, I'll keep my scare behind safe doors and keep wearing masks. But thank you for sorry. No. No, girl. Don't be sorry. What would this be without your many questions? I want to do this again though. I'm not sure when. Maybe from time to time I might just pop in. Um did you guys get any notifications at all before that I was going live? Because I wasn't sure how this works. I just said let me try it. It was a bit exciting for me to say, like, oh, let's see how it works. If anyone shows up. I think the most persons that came on at any time were like 14, I remember. So it wasn't too much, but I thank you guys for your time. I probably do it one day in the week or so. But sometimes, oh, thank you. I wonder how you found this. I would be curious. Maybe another time. You don't have to. I don't want to hold you up here. But I wanted to upload a video yesterday and I wasn't able to. I actually wanted to upload it from Friday, but I didn't. So I thought, let's just come on here and talk and, do it like that instead. But I'll be working on some videos. I wanted to document my weekly here. What's that? I wouldn't say routine. What I'm doing on a city. Hey, I'm learning from you, girl. Trying out this little live stream thing. Yes, it's a braid out. It's not looking so hot at the moment. It's been a while here. I know you love live streams. I always enjoy your live streams. I just crack up. Sometimes I'm watching and I don't say anything. But as long as I can, I do watch. I love the ones about Latinos. Thank you. Yeah, so I was just saying that I was thinking about just documenting the weekly processes and stuff that I was using or like to use or using currently or whatever. So yeah, just gonna try the thing. Sydney, are you getting ready to do a late night live stream? I'll wake up in the morning or something and saw Sitting Pretty was live. I was like, what? When? Oh. Guys, my 10 minutes is up. All the doggies outside are getting ready to go to bed. I need to feed my doggy. Not tonight. I'm editing a video. I am doing another soon. Okay, Sydney. I'll be looking out for that. I just chanced upon your channel. There's a category called live. Ooh, and when you click on it or type search the word live, it will show it. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. I love watching live streams too. I feel like you get a chance to connect with the person on a more personal level. I like it. Cause me, excuse me, I'm very I don't like to I always see my videos as this other thing that I am giving my subscribers, and I don't like it to be just like so I spend a lot of time I spend a lot of time editing and playing it over and thinking about it and thinking about what I should take out or put in or something. So I'll be editing a video that's, I don't know, less than 10 minutes for days just because I don't want it to be, you know, not well thought through. And sometimes I record something and I upload it or so. So I like the live. Get a little chance to be more natural. Yeah. Yeah, Sydney, it does. It does take a while. Especially if I don't know. Sometimes in my videos when I'm recording them, I'm just blah 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 blah, blah talking. Like nobody has time to be listening to that, you know. But some people like that kind of thing. So I guess you just catch who likes it, and if somebody doesn't like it, then we catch them another time. Hey Shay, thank you. City says the streams also seem to grow the channel faster, believe it or not. Ooh, I would love that. That would be cool to get some growth over here. Oh, Shazzy Bazzy, you say Hawaiian Silkies is. Shazzy, we have Sitting Pretty here, which is a licensed cosmetologist, right, Sydney? I believe you said that you didn't specialize in relaxed hair. You did silk presses or something. I listened to you. If you're still here, Sydney, I think that's what you said. But you've seen a lot. I don't know which relaxer. I don't remember which relaxer Sydney uses. So that's Sitting Pretty. Thank you, Shay. Oh, licensed to do natural hair only. You see? I kind of got it right. Kind of. I know you said you started using the ORS. Okay. That's the one that you've been using since you went back to relaxers, Sydney. What do you like about ORS? I'm curious. Meaning I use ORS too, you know. But mind you. I just mean like because I always put something in there, I feel like I don't really know how it works on its own. So I'm curious, what does it really do differently? I don't know. Um, thanks, Shay Shay. Shay Shay, I sometimes talk to myself. So I came on here with the attitude that, you know what? If somebody is here for me to talk to, I'll talk to them. But if not, then I'll talk to myself. Crazy old me. Sydney says, I started with the silk elements. Ooh, I heard about that one, but that's not available here. Luxury relaxers. I feel like Oris maintains the kinky straight. Ah, I get you. I get you. I get you. So it would be more like the Oris keeps that yucky texture. That's what you mean? Keeps that yucky texture more. But to be honest, I don't really want to keep the yucky texture, if that's what you mean. I would more want to get the silky texture like the Hawaiian silky does, I hear. But let me know if that's what you mean. That's what I understand. Yes, she is. That's if she's taking any new clients, right? I'm in Atlanta, but I travel back to Vegas. Okay, Shay Shay says OR is the best for me. My hair is beyond bra strap. Ooh, it's very moisturizing for my thick hair, and ain't nothing wrong with taking. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with talking to yourself. I heard that is when you answer yourself that something is wrong with you. So if you ask yourself a question, like, so Chanel, when you go end this live, and I say, no, not like that. You know what I mean? But they say that's when that's when you're crazy. Hey Akil. I guess I'm getting some late night buds here. um Sydney says, I can't really describe it. It just seems to maintain the integrity, maybe. I think I get what you're saying. So I guess it all depends on the look that you're trying to get from your relaxer. But I wouldn't mind getting that silky look. I love it. I love it to just, and the people that I see that use the Hawaiian silky seem to get that look. So yeah. Sydney says, all right guys, I have to leave. Have a wonderful night. Maybe you can come to on the stream and talk about femininity in Jamaica. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know how to set up those things though, but I know you know, so I wouldn't mind. Shay Shay, I live in New York, so right now it's getting cold, so I need the moisture for this hair, girl. What's your favorite moisturizer, Shay Shay, right now? Guys, I'm gonna be good. I said 10 minutes before. I'm gonna say 12 minutes now at 10:30 local time. Bye, Sydney. Thanks for stopping by. At 10:30 local time, I'm gonna go. Otherwise, I might not be able to wake up in the morning, and it's raining outside, so my eyes are starting to. All right. Oh, you meant no lie. Oh, cool. Bye, Suka. I'll see you next time, girl. Was fun. Enjoy your week. Thank you, Akil. I had 2 twist rows because those weren't cane rows or corn rows. I had 2 twist rows. I plait the ends, pin them up, put a little mousse last night. Today I have this. It was looking nicer earlier. Okay, so Shazzy said I meant no, like, cool. Akil, what's happening? On here chatting off my mouth. It was fun earlier though. Some people were asking some questions about their edges and growth, and someone asked about something called protein rich plasma. I never heard about that. I can't wait to go read about that. We talked about how to care for fine textured hair. What else did we talk about? We talked about proteins, oils, castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil. It was just fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Akil. So in 10 minutes, for real this time, 10 minutes local time, I'm gonna sign out of here. Yeah. I don't know if Shay Shay is still here. I was asking her what her favorite moisturizer was. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Ciao. Shay Shay says favorite moisturizer is ORS moisturizing hair lotion. Also, what really helped my hair grow was putting plain aloe vera in my hair. I would do that treatment every week. That helped my hair grow so much. Try it, you won't be disappointed. Akil says I need something to work for Bree here. Let's talk, Akil. Shay Shay, I have a big aloe vera plant right outside my house in my yard. I honestly, since I went back to being relaxed, I have not tried aloe vera in my hair. I have used the ORS hair lotion. I don't know if it's our climate here in Jamaica, but it doesn't really. I actually have a video up on my channel about that one. It's like, I don't know. If my hair is not very dry, I can use the ORS hair lotion. I do have it. But I find like I use it more as like a sealant. And it does say it's an oil moisturizer. So yeah. But my hair, again, I don't know, it's because of the climate here. I need to use like more water based products, less glycerin based products. I use oils as like a sealant. One moment, guys. Oh, I have a cat and she's scratching the door to come in here. Hello? Sorry about that. Akil, here we got some ideas about using some aloe vera for hair growth. What's happening with Bree's hair? Is it dryness or breakage, or what's the goal that you want to accomplish here? I'm gonna try the aloe vera at some point though. How do you usually use it, Shay Shay? Did you mention how you use it? Did you use it as like a leave-in treatment or a pre-poo treatment? You know, and you have such long hair. Which relaxer do you use? Do you think relaxers, like the relaxer brand, makes a big difference? What are your thoughts, ladies? What are your thoughts, ladies? My hair was damaged before, and aloe vera brought my hair back to life. But girl, you have the plant. Yes, I have it at the front yard too. Not even back. Right at the front. But of course, for seal, for sure, it great for that. I'm not sure I got the last part. I want to know how you recommend that I use it. Do I use it as a leave-in? And do you find that it like makes your hair grow, or does it, help in keeping your hair moisturized? Like, what's it doing for you? Oh, Akil, it's dry and it's breaking. Akil, it's not like we need to get you some of this aloe vera. Akil, it sounds like we need to get you some of this aloe vera. Do you use aloe vera? Oh, uh what did I ask? Was it the question I just asked a while ago, Shaz? I was asking Shay Shay. She said that she uses aloe vera and gets great results. I believe I was asking her, how does she use it? What's her recommendation? Is it as a pre-poo? Is it as a leave-in? You know, what does it do for her? Does it make your hair grow from the scalp, or do you find that it makes your hair feel more moisturized? I'm curious to know. But Shazzy Bazzy, I saw where you said it's no lie. So I guess you were using Oris no lie, and now you're switching to Oris lie, or you're switching to Hawaiian Silky. I'll tell you that the Hawaiian Silky Shazzy Bazzy is in Lily's Beauty Supply. I saw it there in mild. I wish I saw that before I bought that firm. I would have bought the Hawaiian Silky. What Lily's Beauty Barn has, oh, not Oris, Hawaiian Silky, mild strength. Yeah. With butter. Akil, there are more suggestions. So you have two things. You could do the aloe vera treatment, maybe as a leave-in, and then use some whip oils. Shaz is saying aloe makes my hair soft too. I'm going to have to try it because since I went back to Relaxes, I have not used aloe vera on my hair. But when I was natural, I used it, and between the little pieces that it leaves behind in my hair, I don't know if it wasn't really something that I used, but I'm going to try it. I have just the idea as to how I'm going to try it. 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 I might try it next week because I already, tomorrow I already have a little plan for tomorrow. So I'm going to try this aloe vera next week. It better work. I'll try it for sure. Although, to be honest, I don't really have an issue with moisture on my hair. I found some products that work for me kind of well. But if I have something growing right underneath my nose and I can try it, why not? So, Akil, do you have aloe vera? Can try some aloe vera. Maybe I can cut it in pieces and put it to, soak in some water and get the juice. I don't know. That way you don't have to deal with little pieces that the little pieces that come up when you blend it and strain it. I don't know, guys. How do you deal with that part of it? That's a thing for me too. Yeah, that's another thing. The little pieces that it leaves behind in your hair. That looks like little flakes. So you have aloe vera to try, and you have some oils, even just some olive oil. You can keep it real basic, Akil. Even some olive oil. We aren't no experts here, but we have tried stuff that have worked for us. And some suggestions. Josaji says, remember I told you my hair was dry last week? Yeah. I slapped some homemade new growth spritz with aloe. Ooh. Homemade whipped mango butter and my hair came. Akil, I hope you're hearing this, Shay say also that what I would, sorry, I'm a little, can't see from too far. So what I would get so what I would get aloe vera plant. I would put it in the blender, strain it out, put it in the fridge to store it, and use it as a leave-in. Oh, use it as a leave-in. Yeah, I see where some people use it online for like pre-poo. How do you use it, Chaz? After I use aloe vera, then I would use my ORS lotion. Okay, so we're using it as a moisturizer. I'm willing to try it. My moisturizer that I use right now is the Carefree Curl Gold. I love that thing so much. I was trying out some other ones, some new ones, but I just always find myself going back to that one. But I'm gonna make this out experiment, and next week I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this aloe vera next week. Next week, it's right out there. It's right out there. But you have the plants. Shay, you keep saying that. But you have the plants. And again, strain that thing. So it's no pieces in the hair. Yes, I'm definitely going to do that. Because I remember, I don't remember what the result was of using it in the past. But what I do remember were those flakes. I remember those flakes that looked like little pieces of dandruff. So I'm going to try it. Akil girl. We have a plan. We're going to use some aloe vera as a leave-in. So we're going to wash our hair with shampoo, condition it, and wash out the conditioner. Then we're going to spritz our aloe vera on our hair and put some sealant, whether it be some mango butter, homemade stuff like Shazzy Bazzy, or some castor oil mix, or some ORS moisturizing hair lotion. Yeah, we have it planned. So that's the mission, guys. I'm gonna be signing off here now. I hope this was fun for you guys as it was for me. I'm gonna do it again. What does she say? What do you say? I'm lazy, so I have the. What do you have? The aloe vera juice? Please tell me that's what you have, and tell me where I got it from. All right. Shay would be upset with me because she keeps saying I have the plant. So, I probably need to go use the plant. Although, I would be if I heard that. Zip, nothing else. I hope Shazzy is gonna say that she has aloe vera juice. That part is cut off. Yeah, guys. So it's been fun. What I'll do is I will whenever I get the opportunity to do a live again, I will just come on here and see who's available, and we can talk a little bit. What I might do, Saturdays are a little busy for people. Maybe like a Friday evening, maybe. All right, so she's saying later too. Yeah, guys, it's 10:30 local time, bedtime, work tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. It was so much fun. Bye, Akil. Bye, Shazzy Bazzy. Bye, Shay Shay. And to the other three, thank you. Bye. Are you sure? I am sure.